favorite segment that we did during football season last year that got canceled.
Oh, Nick's picks.
Nick's picks. Because I gave out too many incorrect picks, so we canceled.
That's what happened.
Well, guess how I'm getting this football season little preamble. If you guys remember, on Friday, I gave out Tri-State plus 4.5 against Power. Power wins on a buzzer beater by 2. That's the first winner of the year. I feel like if I can give out one more winner before football starts, Nick's picks can come back. That was a great basketball game, by the way, the Big Three.
Well, let's get it then. Let's try it out.
Let's get it. So I need one more correct pick, and then Nick's picks can come back.
Well, no, you need one more pick. I still have to take that to the court.
Okay. And by the way, the championship is here in Brooklyn. We're all going to be there. I'm very excited for that. The Big Three championship.
Yeah, Ice Cube, man. I just sent you a text, bro. We need some tickets. Like, let's go. I need to be feet on the wood. Ice Cube, I need my feet on the court.
As Chris Carter would say, if your feet aren't on the wood, it ain't no good because it's a ticket snob.
Is this a situation where I'm involved?
You're invited.
Am I invited?
Come,
okay.
Jenna,
all right. I didn't want to
hang out. You can jog to Barclays.
Okay, so first of all, you see how you had to go there? It wasn't a straight invitation because you'll never get there. Time for some stories to start your morning. The league is handing out 15-yard penalties this season to players for lowering their head and making contact with opponents. It's called the new helmet rule. Some of the calls made on the field left players and fans confused. All right, Cece, what is your reaction to the new rule, how it's being implemented, and maybe what is the new rule?
My reaction, Jenna, is I don't like it, but this is what. I love football more than I hate this. And if I want to keep watching football, I'm going to have to adjust because this is the way we have to try to train football players to remove their head from the collisions. I know it's hard on the referees. I know it's hard to watch. I was upset this weekend. But if I want this game to stay as popular as it is, I better get used to guys tackling without their head being involved, Nick.
Here's the reason that I'm not yet going to overreact to this. I think do you remember the year they changed the illegal contact rules in reaction to Seattle just mugging everybody?
Yes.
That preseason, that was called seemingly every 15 minutes. Illegal contact.
Yes.
And then in the regular season, they pared it back down. I've got to think in the preseason, they are calling this to the extreme, and we won't see it nearly as much in the regular season. But I do know for fans that don't watch the preseason, that just come back during the regular season, they're going to be like, wait, that hit right there is a foul on the defense. It's going to be confusing.
All right, moving on. Adrian Peterson isn't ready to hang up his cleats just yet. The 7-time Pro Bowler is meeting with Washington today in hopes of extending his career to a 12th season. Peterson had just 529 yards on less than 3.5 yards per carry last season with the Saints and Cardinals. CC, can AP still contribute in the NFL?
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because his running style, first and second down runner, you know that you're not going to throw in the ball out of the backfield. We only see a few runners like this that are limited. Leonard Fournette, he's a guy in Jacksonville right now. Adrian's had a great career. But as we saw last year, you asked me this question last year, I was like, yeah, Jenna, he's got football left. And Nick looked right at me and said, no.
And then James Harrison.
So you guys made me look bad because making Nick look like he's smarter than me in football. So I'm with Nick right on this one.
Yeah, listen, the only reason you would bring Adrian Peterson in, aside from the fact that it's a Daniel Snyder type of thing, like, a guy who used to be great, we'd love to have him in Washington, is if you remember what Alvin Kamara told us about Peterson being a good, believe it or not, mentor in the locker room for the younger running backs. If you want him in that regard, and I know they lost Darius Geis, so you feel like there's a need, but
yeah,
I mean, I think if he plays, I'd set the over-under total rushing yards from like 200. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer to me, but he doesn't have anything left at this point, I think it's fair to say.
All right, finally, some bad news for Tom Brady and the Patriots. Rookie offensive lineman Isaiah Wynn will miss the entire season with a torn Achilles. The first-round pick out of Georgia was supposed to help fill the void left by left tackle Nate Solder's departure. Best laid plans. CC, how big of a blow is this to Brady and the Pats?
Man, this is a huge blow because not only is he going to be a very good player, but you're talking about need. When you go through free agency, because that's before the draft, they know they're going to lose Nate Solder. Okay, no problem. We don't plan on paying the type of price that the Giants and other teams were willing to do. We're going to utilize the draft to be able to replace him. Now he's gone. And all those other players in free agency, I mean, Dante Scarnecchia, the offensive line coach, he's going to earn his money this year.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the overall versatility. Like, this is going to hurt their passing game because do they have to play more two tight end sets, Nick, which we talked about a lot last week, which I believe that they will. I mean, you thought Tom Brady threw the ball quick before. I mean, this year he is trying to get that ball out of his hand in 2.1 seconds. Like, because with this offensive line and not knowing who's going to be in front of him. Now, who's going to play right tackle? We didn't know who was going to play left tackle. This is going to be a problem for New England.
And if you look at it from 30,000 feet, they lost their number one receiver, Brandon Cooks, for nothing this year. Because they traded Cooks away for the pick that became Isaiah Wynn. Now, they hope long-term they will get those. Right. But for the 2018 season, you have outgoing your number one receiver, Brandon Cooks, and incoming, nothing. You also remember, they lost their swing tackle, Cam Fleming. He went to Dallas. Nate Solder, we know, signed with the Giants. So right now, their starting right tackle's Marcus Cannon, who I actually think is a fine player, and their left tackle's Trent Brown. How'd they get Trent Brown? Well, they traded down 50 spots in the third, fourth round with San Francisco. Like, this is what Trent Brown was worth to San Francisco. The Patriots traded away the 95th pick, and San Francisco gave away Trent Brown and the 143rd pick. So it's not the 95th pick for him. It's 50 spots in the draft. Like, That's their starting left tackle right now. It ain't great, as one would say, and of all the rookie first-round picks that you thought were going to make an impact this year, he's the most notable one to come to mind of any team to be lost for the season already. And we went into the draft saying we thought the Pats were definitely going to get a tackle, and we thought they were definitely going to get a backup quarterback. They punted on the backup quarterback, fine, as long as Brady's healthy, and now effectively they punted on the tackle with their highest pick. Like, this wasn't the 31st pick, wasn't second-round pick, 23rd pick. The highest the Patriots been drafted in the first round in a very long time. They took this guy, and now he doesn't get to play. Dante Scarnecchia is the name because we hear Coach Mangini, who's going to be out here later, speak glowingly about him. The offensive line coaches never get love. But he's got a lot of work to do now because you have one less guy to deal with, and now, do we think they're not going to have another offensive line injury all year? Do we think there's going to be no one else on the, like, what's the margin of error? Your swing tackle leaves, your starting left tackle leaves, your draft pick's injured. It's a tough situation.
And they got no dominant running game, and they got no wide receiver outside that can put pressure on you. For me, if I'm playing New England, if I play them early, I'm going after Tom Brady. He's going to have to throw the ball outside, and them wide receivers are going to have to beat me because I am blitzing him. I am putting all the pressure on that offensive line to be able to make a bunch of adjustments.
And when you say going after him early, keep in mind, early, that first month of the season, he doesn't even have Edelman.
Yes.
So, like, you need Gronk in that first month to be an even more valuable receiving threat. He might have to stick in and block along with Dwayne Allen. Like, again, the sky's never falling in New England. I've learned that the hard way. But injuries matter, and talent matters, and who's outgoing and who's incoming matters.
All that being said, Patriots are
13-3. I mean, of course.
There we go. It was a good but